Some investment strategies are so powerful, they can transform an average salary into generational wealth, if you know the insider tactics. From little-known tax loopholes to investment vehicles that the wealthy have been quietly using for decades, these aren't your financial advisor's standard recommendations. In this video, we're revealing 10 wealth-building strategies that are turning ordinary incomes into extraordinary fortunes in 2025. Strategies most men will never discover. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're ready to build serious wealth regardless of your starting point. Let's get into it. 1. The wealth accumulation paradox. The biggest myth in personal finance is that high income equals wealth. It doesn't. Studies show 70% of high-income earners are living paycheck to paycheck. Meanwhile, there are millionaire next-door types building seven-figure portfolios on modest salaries. The difference? Income is what you make. Wealth is what you keep. Every dollar that passes through your hands is a potential soldier in your wealth-building army. The wealthy don't just earn more. They capture more of what they earn. 2. The asset acquisition formula. While most men waste money on liabilities they think are assets, hint, that new car isn't an asset. The wealthy follow a simple rule. Acquire assets that generate cash flow. Real estate that produces rental income. Dividend stocks that pay you quarterly. Businesses with recurring revenue models. Digital products that sell while you sleep. The average self-made millionaire has 7 different income streams, and none of them require trading more time for money. 3. The compound growth engine. Albert Einstein called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world, and the math proves why. A 25-year-old investing $500 monthly with an 8% average return will have over $1.5 million by age 65. Wait until 35 to start. That number drops to $650,000. It's not just about how much you invest, it's about how long your money compounds. Those who understand this principle build wealth almost automatically, while those who ignore it work decades longer than necessary. 4. The tax minimization strategy. What's the biggest expense in your life? Not housing, not transportation, it's taxes. The average American loses 40% of their lifetime earnings to various forms of taxation. The wealthy understand that it's not about tax evasion, it's about legal tax avoidance. Strategic use of retirement accounts, business structures, deductions, and timing of income recognition can save you hundreds of thousands over your lifetime. Every dollar saved in taxes is a dollar that can compound for your future. 5. The alternative investment advantage. While average investors typically stick to stocks and bonds, the wealthy allocate 20 to 30% of their portfolios to alternative investments, which offer higher returns and lower correlation to traditional public markets. These alternative vehicles, such as private equity, venture capital, cryptocurrency, tax lien certificates, and peer-to-peer lending, have historically outperformed standard stocks and bonds, providing investors with more diversified growth opportunities. These types of investments often come with a steeper learning curve and may require higher minimum investments, but the returns they generate can significantly surpass those of traditional assets. The wealthy understand that by diversifying into these alternatives, they can reduce the risk of their portfolios being too reliant on the fluctuations of the stock market. While they require more knowledge to navigate, these alternatives provide a level of control and the potential for higher rewards. For those willing to put in the time to learn and take on a bit more risk, the returns from alternative investments can be a game changer, setting the wealthy apart from the average investor who limits their wealth-building potential to conventional markets. 6. The cash flow real estate method. Real estate remains the most reliable wealth-building vehicle in history. But not just any real estate. Cash flow positive properties that generate monthly income beyond all expenses. The BRRR method, buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat, allows investors to recycle the same capital into multiple properties. With just $50,000 initial capital and disciplined execution, you can control over $2 million in real estate within 5 years, generating both passive income and equity growth. 7. The business ownership multiplier. The average millionaire owns a business or has equity in one, and for good reason. while employees trade hours for dollars with a ceiling on earnings. Business owners create systems that generate value without their direct labor. Even a side business started with minimal capital can evolve into a wealth production machine through strategic reinvestment of profits. The real power comes when you own a business that runs without you, converting your one-time effort into ongoing returns. 8. The strategic debt leverage. Not all debt is bad. The wealthy use strategic leverage to their advantage, borrowing at low interest rates to acquire appreciating assets that generate higher returns. For example, a 4% mortgage on a property that provides a 12% return on investment, ROI, is a smart way to build wealth. Similarly, a 2.5% business loan used to fund expansion that leads to 20% returns is an example of effective capital allocation. The key distinction lies in the type of debt. Debt that makes you poorer versus debt that makes you richer. The wealthy understand that borrowing can be a tool for growth when used strategically. They leverage debt to acquire assets that increase in value or generate income, turning borrowed money into a profit. Most men, however, fear all debt equally, often missing these opportunities for financial growth. The fear of owing money can blind them to the possibilities that smart leverage offers. To those who understand the numbers, using debt to finance investments that yield a higher return than the cost of borrowing is a powerful wealth-building strategy. Without this understanding, however, people tend to avoid debt entirely, missing out on opportunities that could greatly enhance their financial future. 9. The financial defense system. Building wealth isn't just about offense, earning and investing. It's also about defense, protecting what you've built. This involves securing proper insurance coverage, setting out legal structures like trusts and LLCs, and creating a strategic plan for asset protection. Without these safeguards, a single lawsuit, medical crisis, or failed business venture could erase decades of hard-earned wealth in an instant. The wealthy understand that accumulating wealth is only part of the equation. They spend as much effort on protecting their assets as they do on acquiring them. Insurance policies, legal entities, and asset protection strategies are not just precautionary measures. They are essential tools for safeguarding their financial legacy. By taking these defensive steps, the wealthy ensure that their wealth is insulated from unforeseen events that could derail their financial progress. This mindset allows them to focus on growth without constantly worrying about losing everything they worked for. In a world full of risks, having the right protections in place can mean the difference between building lasting wealth and seeing it vanish overnight. 10. The psychological wealth matrix. Perhaps the most overlooked aspect of wealth building is psychology. Wealthy individuals have fundamentally different beliefs about money, risk, opportunity, and self-worth. They embrace calculated risks while others seek absolute safety. They view failures as education, not defeat. They delay gratification naturally. They associate with growth-minded peers. They invest in their own knowledge continuously. The good news? These psychological patterns can be learned and adopted by anyone willing to rewire their relationship with money. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Also subscribe to our channel before you go. Thanks for watching.